At that time, I think I just started, and somebody senior said, write this, and I didn't know how to. And I went to my father, and he wrote it for me, and I submitted. That's when I was. Time when we were in our heyday, I'm so glad that that was my heyday and not now, because that was the glory era of advertising. It really was, you know. My door is open anytime. Come into work, for sure. Come in because you have a headache, sleep on my couch. Come in because you've got a problem, I'd love to hear it.
On days that you're not feeling your 100%, how do you kind of pick yourself up and move forward? We are here with Laila Gunesekere, the Vice President of Dentsu grant. She's had an amazing run of over 30 years. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yes.
37.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's really cool. So we wanted to kind of have a chat with you, understand your journey, talk about how you got here, talk about everything you went through as a woman in your career and in this industry.
Sure.
Yeah?
Can I have a sip first?
Yes, of course.
Bubbles? I don't think I can. It's going to get on my nose. Yeah. Very nice.
And what were the ingredients in this?
It's got pineapple, it has coffee, it has whiskey, it has everything.
Okay.
Nice.
And if you were to rate it, I'm sorry, I'm putting you on the spot,
That's
but
okay.
if you were to rate it, what would be the
7
out of 10?
7.
7?
It's a little sweet, yeah. That's
Okay,
why. Yeah.
nice. Okay, so what made you get into writing, first of all?
Nothing made me get into writing. I was just after my A-levels, and before I went to university, my father didn't want me to stay at home. He said, you'll get up to all kinds of things. So I'm going to talk to my friend Reggie Kandappa, who was the boss then, and you just go and work there for free. And that's how I got in.
So what kind of writing do you prefer the most? Do you like fiction, non-fiction? What do you want to dabble on?
I don't write things like that.
Okay.
I'm an ad writer.
Right.
So I
okay.
sell sausages and baby soap. That's what I do. I don't write books, no.
Right. Do you want to give it a try at all, ever?
Never. I've written my whole life. Now, the next phase, I'll do something completely different. I have a thing in mind.
Okay.
But
you want to give us a hint?
Yeah, of course. During COVID, I was so bored, and I thought, okay, let's do something useful, and I decided to start studying. And I did about 5 diplomas in counseling.
Okay.
Right. So with that kind of diploma, you shouldn't be taking it too far because it's a very serious thing, counseling. But I look at myself like what they call a people helper.
Okay.
So you can take basic cases. I also studied counseling for grief and for death, which not many people do, and I'm very interested in that.
Yeah.
And I've had people just come to me. It's not a job, but it's just something I like to give back. That's what it is. Yeah.
That's amazing. Apart from your parents, is there any other person or anyone else who inspired you to stick through the advertising industry?
The people I worked with, right? I worked with awesome people. The time when we were in our heyday, I'm so glad that that was my heyday and not now, because that was the glory era of advertising. It really was, you know. You had the most outstanding people, the most amazing work, and the most incredible fun. So it's the people that I dealt with every day that really, you know, propped me up, and we bounced things off each other. And yeah, that's what made me stay.
Something really interesting we found is that you have stuck to Dentsu for more than
Nobody does
35
that.
years,
I'm
yeah.
like an absolute dinosaur, right? Nobody does that. In fact, everybody looks at me like, you're so weird. People move jobs every 2 years, and that's how it's done. What
Yeah.
are you doing? And I have a very basic philosophy, right? If it ain't broke, don't try and fix it. If I'm having fun, I'm not unhappy to go to work. Who said the grass is greener on the other side, right?
very
I
true.
can be going from the frying pan into the fire. I'm happy. I have moments of rage and moments of not being happy. Everybody
That's normal,
does.
yes.
Everybody does,
Yeah.
right? But overall, I like my life there. So why not?
That's pretty amazing. Commitment.
I think my chairperson, Mr. Kandappa at that time, and my chairperson, Neela Marika, right now, gave me a heck of a lot of freedom, right? And that was good. They trusted me, right? And I hope I earned their trust. And I could do what I wanted, right? As long as I took responsibility for it. and I hate people breathing down my neck. I hate people always telling me what to do. So because I never ever had a boss.
Okay.
It was weird because I think I came in through the back door through my father's friend, and then I went up the ladder. I never had an immediate boss, so I had to learn, and I learned it my way and gave it my brand, and I like it.
That's pretty amazing. But you started from
very young,
from very scratch, like that was
Absolute
when you were
scratch.
17.
Intern. I was 17. Yes, yeah.
So there was no. Did you feel like you were in the deep end? Did you feel like there was no guidance because you said you never had a boss, or you found your way on your own?
No, I kind of found my way on my own. No, I never felt out of my depth, right?
Okay.
I was a really naughty girl when we started because I was just out of school and I was excited to work. So I used to cut work, like I used to cut class, the same thing I used to do, right? Thinking this was school. Then quickly I learned, you want to make a career of this, you better buckle down. And then I didn't even know what I was going to do in university. So I did the usual, always English. English was my thing, and I did sociology and psychology. And then I went into post-graduation and did social communication, which was television. There was no television in this country then. That's how old I am. Right? So
you still look fabulous. It's amazing how great you look.
Thank you. So then I studied television and PR and radio. I really went into the science of communication, and that was very fortunate for me because when I came back, nobody had done it. It wasn't offered here.
Right.
So that gave me a little edge. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. So what is your favorite thing about coming to work every day?
It is still the people I work with. Still. It was that the very first day, and it's still that today.
And they have changed along the way, I'm guessing?
Of course.
Yeah.
Too much.
Not everyone's you.
Everything has changed so much.
Yeah.
But you got to go with the flow, or you got to go.
Yeah.
It's one of the two. Yeah.
How has your experience been as a woman in this industry? I mean, there's always a difference when you're...
Not at all.
Really?
Not at all.
Oh,
Zero.
That's amazing.
Zero.
You have been really lucky.
Never, ever... But I'm a bit of a... I hope I don't look like a man, but I think like a man a bit, right?
Okay.
So I have not felt it for one single day in this.
Oh, wow.
Absolutely not. I don't think this is we have so many women leaders here, right? That I don't think it is an industry that keeps women down, right? None of my clients made me feel like, can you bring a guy? Never. My current chairperson and the only other boss I had at a different level is a woman, right?
Okay.
The other, my friends who head agencies are women. So we never felt that. We were very lucky. Never.
That's great. Okay. How do you navigate leadership? Do you think it's different being a woman? Do you think it's personality? How do you overall navigate leadership?
Okay, leadership is a very difficult thing, right? And the way I think I like to lead is not to lead, right? Is to be absolutely one of them, right? Anybody can come into my room. Anybody, not just with a problem or with work. You want to hang, you want to tell me your problems, your girlfriend has gone off with somebody else, whatever, you're welcome to sit with me, right? I'm your friend. We have friendships that span across, there's 20 years difference between us and we don't feel it, right? So I just say, my door is open anytime. Come into work, for sure. Come in because you have a headache, sleep on my couch. Come in because you've got a problem, I'd love to hear it. Right, so I like to be one of them, and I've always been one of them.
So how do you balance that, like being their friend but also being their superior? How do you draw that line?
Oh, I draw that line because if you haven't done your work, you get the sharp end of my tongue. That's for sure.
That's very fair.
For sure.
Yes,
that's very fair.
fair.
Right?
Has there ever been a time you thought that this industry is not for you? You made a mistake and you need to kind of walk away? Has there ever been a time, or you've fallen in love and it's been there?
No. I've not been that much in love, right? Yeah.
Okay.
I've had fleeting moments.
Yeah.
Right. So I think then, what the hell am I doing here? I should go somewhere else where I can earn much more. But no, it's so much more. It's a lifestyle, right? You're coming to work. You better love it. If you don't love it, leave. That's really what I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember what your very first campaign was?
I do. It wasn't a campaign. It was a single ad.
Okay.
And it was for Benthota Beach Hotel.
Okay.
Right? And at that time, I think I just started, and and somebody senior said, write this, and I didn't know how to. And I went to my father, and he wrote it for me, and I submitted. That's
Okay, and how did you manage the second one?
I managed.
On your own?
From that
Okay,
point, it
that's
was
good.
okay, yeah.
So, did you have some kind of takeaway from that?
Yeah, it's just don't be afraid. You can do it,
Okay.
right?
What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear Cosmopolitan, the magazine?
Oh, I like it. I mean, I've been reading it in different forms and in, not only the Sri Lankan one for years. I love glossy magazines. I'm a magazine girl. I might not read everything. I more look at the pictures and flip through, but I love them. I love magazines. If I ever go overseas and I go to an airport bookshop, I buy tons of magazines.
Okay, in 3 words, describe who you are out of office.
Very different to in office. Out of office, I'm very laid back. I'm very friend and family oriented, and I don't want to do any work.
What does your day look like at Dentsu?
I try not to come too late to work, right? Because I don't like to work too late,
Okay.
and then it's not fair to do both. So I try and come in sort of early. I never have coffee or tea or anything at home, so I have to start my work day with my coffee.
Okay.
And even that, I want to make a difference. So it'll be a little bit of either a hazelnut coffee or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, to make a little difference, have my coffee. And then it starts. The door opens, bang, and somebody's in. And then it shuts, and then somebody else is in. Right? And it just goes on and on and on. Then they'll come to me with a problem, and I must sort it. And then we'll brainstorm over ideas, which is the best part, right? And then, give it a strategic direction. And mostly, I love to present to clients. I like that.
Nice.
So I like to talk, and I like to get their reaction back. So, we do, the good thing about advertising, as against any other job, is that you wear different hats. Not every day, but every moment.
Yeah.
Right? So you're not only a banker or only a doctor or only a lawyer. You're dealing with all of them. Maybe not law, but certainly hospitals, 100% banks and baby products and chocolates. So you're putting on a different hat every hour. And that's awesome, because you're not stuck in a hole.
So, what do you think is the biggest change in terms of technology from the very first day you came into the industry to now?
Well, when I came into the industry, there was no technology. There were no mobile phones. There were no laptops. There was no nothing, right? You wanted to research something, you go to the public library. It was like that, right?
Yeah.
So we were always inside our own heads, right? And that made us a little loopy and a little bit, but we were talking, even loudly, we talked to ourselves, right? Talk to each other. And it was so great because every piece was 100% original.
How did you balance the many roles, the many demanding roles of being a woman while giving your 100% for your career?
I had 2 husbands. I had to ask them that. Right?
Okay.
So, I think I did it the best I could, but I think they would both say, perhaps I brought my temper home, and that was not good. Like if I had a bad day at office or something, it would sort of spill into my home life. But I tried to have a shower and get it out quickly, but it was there like, shut up, I've had a bad day. So that does happen, and that's not great. Right? But other than that, I tried my very best to give, as I used to take my kids to work. Right?
Okay,
Instead,
nice.
because since I wasn't able to spend so much time with them, they used to come, and I had a long table. They used to sit there and draw and whatever. And you know what? One turned out to be writer and one turned out to be art director. So it was just in their
Worked out
genes.
well
Yeah,
then.
it worked out very well, and
Yes.
they're doing well for themselves.
Yeah.
So that was good, right? But so I really tried to be there for them as much as I could. And for my mother and my father, I tried my best. I don't know if it was good enough, but I really did
That's
try
the
my
best
best.
that you can do, right?
Yeah.
So there's this new conversation going on that for the longest time we've been discussing about work-life balance, but it's no longer work-life balance. It's more like creating harmony between the two.
Yeah.
Do you agree with that?
No, I think creating harmony is good, right? I think so, right? I mean, having said that, work-life balance is a wonderful term, right? Because you do not, in the end, life is more important than work. I love my work. I love the people I work with, all of that. But my family and I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends and a few good friends,
Okay.
right? And they're far more important. So life is more important than work.
Okay, that's fair. Have you adjusted your leadership approach from like when you move in towards different generations, starting from boomers to Gen X?
Yes. You have to. You absolutely have to. Whether you like it or not, you have to. You have to understand that they come from a different place. They want different things, right? And you have to respect that.
Okay. So over the years, has the advertising industry evolved, and how has it changed?
It has evolved a lot, right? I mean, we were late to the party. So, I mean, when the rest of the world had television, we didn't, right? Praburaja came very late. In India, Doordarshan was there for years before we came in. And, but we did evolve, but absolutely not enough. Absolutely not enough. I think as a nation also, we are satisfied with little, right? If it's good enough, it's good enough, right? So that's what happened to us.
What was some of the most difficult campaigns that you had to work on? Like, how did you overcome the challenges?
No, I didn't ever have a difficult campaign, but mentally, I was very, very involved on a very personal level with domestic abuse, right? And for that, I had to read up a lot, and I had to listen to lots of stories, and it was very hard to know that there were women like me out there who have zero support, who have to remain in an abusive relationship because the parents won't take them back, because society is not going to accept them. It was very tough for me to listen to those stories. It was tougher for me to having done the work, and it was award-winning work. Whether it was me or somebody else in our agency, we won awards for it all the time. But the tragedy was it made a very little difference to the men who were abusing them, and that was very hard for me.
What have you most enjoyed about working in this industry?
The many, I mean, not now. Now, we don't do that so much. Nobody does it. But like 10, 15, no, not even 10, maybe 15 years ago, we really had opportunities to go overseas and shoot. Man, what an experience that was, because you were shooting with foreign cameramen, can't even understand the language sometimes, right? But fabulous technology, way ahead than what we had. The budgets were big. So I used to, personally, when I was actually writing myself, I shot overseas a lot, did a lot of editing, and I really enjoyed that because it was new to me, it was different to me, and I really loved it. Also got to see many different countries that way, right? So now we don't do it anymore.
Why not?
Because the television industry has developed a lot. You can do it here.
What does an ideal weekend look like for you?
I'm strangely, I love to sleep, but I never sleep late. Even on a holiday, on a weekday, I get up at 5:30 because I cook for my mom and take her food before I go to work. So on a weekend, it might stretch to 6:30 if I'm lucky, because I have two little doggies and they'll jump onto my bed and wake me up anyway, and then I have to attend to them, right? But I kind of like to get up early because I think sleeping too much is a waste of life. Right? You get plenty of that when you're dead.
Totally agree with
so
you.
yeah,
My team doesn't.
Yeah,
they think I'm crazy.
No. I want to stay awake, and I want to fill every moment with something.
Yes.
Right?
What are 3 things that you will always have in your bag?
Always a lipstick.
Okay.
Always, even more than an eyeliner, I'll always have a lipstick. Obviously, I'll have my credit cards. Obviously, I don't have much money ever, but and my phone. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Can't be out.
Yeah, not the necessary evil.
What's your go-to fashion statement?
I have never had like a type fashion, right? It's sort of moved from smart to bohemian to various different things. I like difference in fashion. It depends on I dress like this to work a lot, right? But I like to be a little smart to work still. I don't like sloppy to work. I wear jeans on a Friday and stuff, but I don't really believe in jeans because we do meet clients for that reason. And then you should look a little smart. On a weekend, I'll wear shorts, wear anything. It just changes. I don't have one fashion type at all. My mother is Indian, so whenever I go to India, I come back with all baggy kurtas and headbands. And then after 1 month, I'm fed up of them and then go to something else.
Yeah. So let's say Hugo Boss International came to you and said they are doing a new campaign for Valentine's, right?
Yes.
And they want it to be sensual and sexy and like to reach to the younger audience. They're introducing one of their well-loved perfumes.
Oh, yeah.
What would you call that campaign?
I would do an anti-Valentine,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
You don't have to have a man to have Valentine,
Totally.
right?
Yes.
Absolutely not,
Yes.
right? You can have it with your friend, you can have it with your mom if you love her,
Yeah.
right? So it's like love comes in different forms and shapes, and Hugo Boss is part of it. I'm just thinking of that in 1 minute, okay? So, yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Best place that you have ever traveled?
Had a lovely time on my own in New York,
Okay.
right? And I
That's
think
not
that's
easy.
because I was alone. I love to travel alone.
Okay.
I love it.
It's amazing.
And if my husband is listening, I love to travel with you, but I like to travel alone instead.
If you had a chance to write a biography for someone, even whether it's dead or alive, who would it be?
I don't write a biography, I write an autobiography.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you rather have a terrible boss and a great job, or a great boss with a terrible job?
No, terrible job and great boss. It's fun.
Really?
Absolutely.
Oh wow.
Terrible boss and great job. Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather be known for your strategic decision making or creative and ideation?
Creative and ideation, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather be the villain or the hero of the movie?
Villain.
Oh,
Hero?
wow.
So boring. Right.
I do agree. Who
Yeah.
is one of your favorite villains?
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh my gosh.
I love him. He's so
Yes.
sexy. I love him.
Totally. Yes. Okay. Do you like to read?
I love to read. I prefer to read,
Yeah.
but I don't have the time. So over the years, I've bought books and books and books for my retirement. I don't know when that's going to be, but that's my plan.
Okay. On days that you're not feeling your 100%, how do you kind of pick yourself up and move forward? That's a good solution. Yes. What advice would you give a young girl who's walking into the industry?
You really need to figure out whether you love this, right? Is this the career you want, or are you just testing the waters? That's also okay, right? But once you test the waters and you find I do love it, right, then you're in the right place. If you don't really, really love it,
Yeah.
truly get out fast and try something else, right? You have to be passionate about this kind of work. You have to. You have to love people. You'll have to love research. You have to love insights about the country. If you don't, you're never going to be very successful.
Okay. All right. I think we're
Done?
about done. Yes.
All right. That was easy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We kept it light. What did you think?
Absolutely fine. I loved it. It was great. Thank you.